Oh, hello you. I'm so glad you came to see me again. You're so sweet. I saw that you've been talking with Yuri, and she's been getting you into some horror stuff, which is great. But since Yuri can't come to the club today because she's sick, I thought maybe I could talk to you about some of the horror books that I've read. I haven't read a lot, but I've really enjoyed some of the ones I have read. Like, oh, this one, White Smoke by Tiffany D. Jackson. I think it's so hard to do a haunted house story and bring something original to the table. I mean, the haunted house trope has been recycled so many times in horror, you know, and Jackson just did such a good job at reviving it and bringing something new to the table of something that's been done so many times before. And she did it in such a way that really made it believable and had this killer plot twist that completely catches you off guard. Especially considering it's a teenage book, sometimes it's pretty hard for them to actually scare me. It's pretty hard for anything to scare me, really. But this one got me on edge. Some of the ways she describes things was just, I won't spoil anything, but it's a really, really good horror book. I can lend you my copy if you want. You can borrow any of my books. I brought a couple with me. I feel like since you don't read as much as some of us, or as me, you might like something that kind of feels like you're reading a horror movie. So that's why I think maybe you'd like Rules for Vanishing by Kate Alice Marshall. It's like a found footage horror movie, but written, so it's got like the transcripts of what happened with the characters and stuff and interviews, and it really feels like found footage horror, but as a book, which is crazy, but it's really crazy cool. It's a very paranormal horror about a group of friends trying to find a lost sister in the woods based off this local legend. It's really good, and some of the monsters are really creatively designed. I don't think it's a spoiler to say that there's monsters. Oh, is it? Well, I'm sorry, but I'm sure there'll be heaps of surprising things in there for you anyway. Oh, this is the one that I'm reading at the moment, so I haven't finished it. So maybe today at the club, I could sit and keep reading this one, and you could start reading one of the other ones. But it's this one. It's called Wilder Girls by Rory Power. The cover is really, really cool. And you're listening, right? Yeah, of course you're listening. It's about these girls and this infection among them that causes all these issues, and their bodies change, and it's a real struggle for survival between them. I haven't finished it yet, but it's getting pretty crazy and pretty intense. But I've been reading this one along with another horror book at the moment. That one's been insane. It's a horror, but it's in space. I mean, if there was anything to scare me, it would probably be space. Oh, I'm not particularly reading a lot of horror books at the moment. I mean, I'm just reading two at once because I just read so much, you know? I wanted a little break from poetry books, so I decided to try out a different genre. It's really cool that you kind of like it too. It's like maybe we get to discover it together, you know? That's why I thought I'd bring these books for you, and then, you know, can give you an opportunity to try them as well. But if you want something that's a little more intense than some of these books here, something really scary and really real, then I'd have to recommend you The Portrait of Markov. I think Yuri's already explained it to you, but you haven't heard my version. It's about human experimentation. Project Libitina A religious camp takes girls and gives them a certain trait, the third eye. It awakens them, and they need others to join them. Can you hear me? So, the girl reaches out to her teenage sister. Yuri targets her to join them. Project Libitina was both a success and a failure. Something hidden. Hidden somewhere where only those with a mind to find it could discover its secrets. Somewhere where only someone whose third eye was just waiting to open could possibly think to look. Someone like you. Like you. So I think The Portrait of Markov would be a great book for you to read, if you can handle it. Unfortunately, that's all the time we have for today. Gosh, club time just goes by so fast, you know? Well, I hope you at least had fun anyway. And I'll see you next time, right? Actually, before you go, could you please like the video? And even better, you can subscribe, and that way you can come and see me all the time. And, yeah. If you're interested, there is one thing you should know.
Project Libitina was entirely fictional.